immaculate, so beautiful, right? And group B, oh, it's holy, I don't know, it's holy, but it's not beautiful, it's so dirty, right? It's so dirty there, right? Okay, so group B, maybe Dana may start a project, clean garage project, right? Okay, tell me, why group B is seeing it as very dirty? Because of the dirty glass, not because of the dirty object. You getting it? Because of dirty glass. Okay, so we are looking at the world through a dirty mind. We are looking at the world through the dirty mind. We are looking at the world through the lens of a dirty mind. As long as the lens through which we are looking at the world, we interact with the world is dirty, we are bound to see the world as defective and as dirty and imperfect. We are bound to see that. I know you have many more questions. Questions will follow that, right? So in the end, you do the question answer. Okay, what I'm saying is that as long as we look at the world through the lens of the dirty mind, we're bound to see the world as imperfect. You're getting it? Now, instead of rectifying the world, what you want is, if you want happiness, rectify the glass through which you look at the world. The glass of your own mind, rectify that. Clean this glass and see the world is very different. You getting it? Okay. With this, how to get rid of all of miseries. Particularly somebody who's so keen on flower, right? And I have a little disease. My disease is the disease of the perfectionist. You know, disease of perfectionist? These people, wherever they go, there's some problem. Wherever they go, they are very unhappy, right? Okay, curtains, look. They're not properly. Oh, I already saw these two, the support of the roof. Two support, they are not identical, right? All these details, this is a disease, right? Okay, so the point is that in fact, the person who put it very differently, maybe there's a reason, right? It's aesthetically beautiful, but to me, it's very improper. Whereas this could be aesthetically beautiful, right? So to everything to be a square is not good. Sometimes it's, to let it in its natural form is beautiful. Nature's beauty. Okay, so that way the point is, what I'm saying is that you're thinking, you impose this on the world, and when it doesn't fit with the world, you see a clash, and then it disturbs your mind. So the point is that if you really want to get rid of all the miseries, what you do is, what the Buddha taught, is that if you really don't want to have all these irritations happening in a dream, what should you do? Wake up, right? Wake up, look at the dream from a different angle. Don't look at the dream from being in the dream. Look at the dream from coming out of the dream, right? Likewise, see the world through seeing the reality. Don't superimpose your belief that the dream ghost is the real ghost. This is your superimposition. This is not reality. Discover the reality. Wake up from the ignorance, and your miseries come to an end. Okay. So how to wake up? You have to know the reality. What's the reality? Number 3, that everything is the nature of emptiness, selflessness. The 4 seals you must have on your fingertips if you don't want misery. How many of you, raise your hands, who don't want miseries? All of us. If you don't want miseries, this is the only way. The 4 points, keep this in mind. And don't believe in this. Study this and see, right? Don't believe that if you eat food, your hunger will disappear. You know this. Right? You don't have to believe in it. This is what you know. Likewise, you will come to know that by following these 4 steps, your miseries will come to an end. 100% guarantee. We're getting it? Okay. So this is very important. With this in mind, today we are supposed to be doing in more detail of what emptiness is, right? But before this, let me quickly wind up what we're doing of the four seals with the applications of the 4 mindfulnesses. Okay. So seal number 3 is everything is of the nature of emptiness, meaning that everything is subjectively real. Everything is like a dream. You getting it? Okay, this is very important. Make sure that you understand this. According to seal number 3, everything is like a dream. So here the Buddha is talking about emptiness. Emptiness, and be careful that in the Buddhist text, Theravada Buddhist text, Chinese Mandarin Buddhist text, Tibetan Buddhist text, you oftentimes mention see the mention of the label, of the terminology, the selflessness, emptiness. In a loose sense, these two are synonymous, in a loose sense. But to go it more technically, to go it more professionally, these two are not identical. These two are not identical. They have the different understanding, different levels of understanding, and so forth. But in a loose sense, we can say these two are the same: selflessness and emptiness. Okay. And now the next question is, so with this say, emptiness, if you understand this emptiness, of course we're going to do a little more detail later on. If you understand this emptiness, what's the benefit? So the benefit is, say, okay, this flower is beautiful, this is my flower. What did I say? This flower is beautiful and this is my flower. Okay, do you sense some other implication? What's the implication, anyone?
That this flower is not mine.
Huh?
That this flower is not mine.
Danahari 10 years to 3 years ago. Okay, yes?
If you will take it away from you, you will be sad.
Say it again?
You will be sad or you will suffer if it will be taken away.
Okay, so what Dana said,
Yeah.
what he's saying, you put it in a more, the application form, Dana is more philosophical, right? So when I say that this flower, this is my flower, means that it is a nice way of saying it is not yours. You agree with me?
Yes.
If I say that, oh, this flower is not yours, it's very offensive. Whereas if I say, oh, this flower is mine, right? It's not as offensive, but it means the same meaning. That it's not yours, don't touch it. If I touch it, I'll be sad. Yes? Okay, so the point is that when I say that this is mine, implicitly what I'm saying that it is not yours. Not means empty. You're getting it? Not empty means the same. So when I say that this flower is mine, in a way I'm saying that this is empty of being yours. You agree with me? If you don't get it, then we cannot go to emptiness. You must get it. Even if you get it, 50% say, yes, I got it. Okay, let's say, when I say that this flower is mine, implicitly I'm saying that it is not yours. You agree with me or not?
Yes.
If you agree with this, not yours, empty of being yours are synonymous. Agree, not agree? Huh?
Yes.
Okay, let me say this again. This flower is mine. Means this flower is not yours. You agree with me? When I say this flower is not yours, in a philosophical word, it means the flower is empty of being yours. You agree with me?
Yes.
Good. If you agree with me, now let's say this flower exists from what we learned yesterday. Okay, those of us who were absent yesterday, don't worry, just try to be at the present moment and follow what is being said, and don't ruminate over what could have been said, and don't superimpose your own thoughts on this. Simply start with a clean slate. Clean slate, just listen to what we are saying, right? And you will get something. Okay. Say when okay, those who were here yesterday, what did we learn? This flower exists objectively or subjectively? Subjectively. Okay. How many of you have watched movie in a movie theater? How many of you have watched movie in a movie theater? How many of you never watched movie in a movie theater? Okay, all of us we watch movie in a movie theater. Okay, let's say you're watching a movie here. The movie is coming from where? Behind you. Very good. It's coming from the projector. You agree with me? It's coming from the movie projector. So the screen is analogous to the object, and the movie projector is analogous to your mind. So the movie, where is the movie? On the screen or in the projector?
On
On the screen, you're watching on the screen. If it is on the projector, you should be watching the projector. Right? It is on the screen. But where is it coming from? It's coming from the screen or coming from the projector? Very good. So the screen is analogous to the object, and the projector is analogous to the subject, your mind. You're getting it? That you are seeing the flower, your mind is seeing the flower is object, and your mind is the subject. Okay, so you are seeing the movie on the screen, right? So the movie exists where? On the object or on the subject? On the movie is on the object, but it's coming from the subject. You're getting it? It's coming from the subject. Likewise, this flower, although we see it as from the object, but actually it is coming from the subject. If it's coming from the subject, we call it subjectively existent. Okay, tell me, the flower, is it subjectively existent or objectively existent from what we've learned? Subjectively existent. If you say how, if you say how is this subjectively existent? You can say that this is to be studied later. Right? Okay, tell me, the flower exists objectively or subjectively? Subjectively. Very good. So when you say the flower exists subjectively, implicitly you are saying that the flower does not exist objectively. You agree with me? Yes. Very good. If you say the flower does not exist objectively, does not and empty mean the same. The flower is empty from objective existence. Empty of objective existence. When you say the flower exists subjectively, you are saying the flower is empty of objective existence. You agree with me? Yes. Good. Okay. So when you say the flower is empty of objective existence, then it is like saying the dream ghost is empty of being a real ghost. What's the benefit? If you know that dream ghost is empty of being a real ghost, what's the benefit?
I'm not scared.
Your fear dissolves. I'm not afraid. The fear dissolves. So what is the benefit of seeing emptiness of objective existence? The benefit is that all your fears will dissolve. This is seal number 4. What is seal number 4? Transcending sorrow is absolute peace. Sorrow means mental disturbance. All your mental you will transcend all your mental disturbance. Say in your dream, you meet with the ghost, and the ghost disturbs you, the ghost harms you, the ghost creates fear in you, right? You wake up, all the fear dissolves, knowing that this dream ghost is not from the object, it's coming from this subject, from our mind. The moment you realize this, your fear dissolves. Okay, so everything that exists in the dream, they affect you. The moment you come out of the dream, they stop to affect you. They stop to affect you. You are not affected by the dream anymore. You're getting it? Okay. So there, all disturbance in the dream stops the moment you wake up. You agree with me? All disturbance in the dream. Say in the dream, right? Okay. At times the bad things happen back to back. Bad things, tragedies can happen back to back. Right? For example, like this girl who called me this morning, right? Whose husband discovered as cancer patient, discovered cancer, and she herself is going through very low phase of her life, physically sick, mentally exhausted, and the job is air hostess, moving here and there and so forth, and the mother is sick, right, very old, taking care of all these things, one after the other, back to back, the tragedies. Okay, imagine that if this is exactly what's happening in a dream, one after the other, the pain, the fear, anxiety, one after the other, right? Okay, so which means that in the dream, all these individual events affect you so badly. You agree with me? Moment you wake up, nothing in the dream can affect you. Yes, no. The moment you wake up, you're free from all these anxieties of the dream. Likewise, if you wake up from the sleep of the ignorance, all the suffering, anxiety, stress, depression that we're going through in the waking life, they will all come to an end. Okay, so that's the meaning of transcending sorrow. You transcend sorrow by discovering that everything comes from mind. if it's coming from the subject, nothing from the object. You discover this, all your mental disturbance, sorrow will cease. So that is what is meant by the absolute peace, nirvana. Transcendent sorrow is absolute peace. Okay, so these are the 4 seals. Now we have to correlate the 4 seals with the 4 mindfulness applications. 4 mindfulnesses. What are the 4 mindfulnesses? Mindfulness of the body, mindfulness of the feeling, mindfulness of the mind, mindfulness of the phenomena. What's your 4? Now, with these, now we have to correlate these 2, the 4 seals and the 4 mindfulnesses. This is so important. The body, what we have, the body, how we waste so much of our time, energy, resources on our body is all because of the wrong view, that we see the body as extremely clean. My body is extremely clean and others' body are not that clean. Right? Right? Do you agree with me? Okay, say if I eat a candy and I take it out, right? I eat it back, no problem. But whereas somebody eats a candy and give it to me, it's a disaster. So dirty. In some places, say you pick up, you just from say you pick up yogurt, and then in some places it is not even put back, it's directly go into the garbage bin because it has become dirty. You have touched it, right? And whereas if I touch it myself, I put it back, I touch it 10 times, still it's very clean. Somebody else touches it, it's very dirty. So this is the misconception that we have, that my body is very clean and others' body is very dirty, right? Okay. Likewise, opposite can also happen. Not necessarily opposite. Oh, right. This particular person, that body is so nice, and the other's body they are dirty. Like this, because of this, all the complications arise. All complications arise in this universe, right? Fights, jealousy, all this happen because of these things. So the Buddha said that a body is mindfulness of the body. Be mindful that a body is very dirty and impure. Body to be impure. You getting it? Body to be impure. Don't forget it. Mindfulness of the body to be impure. So the moment we realize that our body is not as clean as what I see it, then what happens is that we become very realistic. We become very realistic. Realistic meaning that whatever energy, time, resources to be spent on the body, spend it. Right? And what is overly obsession will stop. So your time will not be wasted. You can spend time, energy, resource on some other noble activities, noble purposes. Right? Okay, this is how the body, because that, say, because of this, okay, then when something goes wrong with the body, then you go into shock. Right? You shock, you think that we have the misconception that this body is so special and is something very, say, so pure, so clean. Okay, so this, if you practice a little bit, then we see that our mind will become more at ease. Finally, with practicing this, your mind becomes at ease. Without practicing it, your mind becomes more at ease. Whichever keeps your mind at more at ease, go for it. But in reality, we see that by meditating on the mind, your own body to be impure, right? That helps us to reduce many of our unnecessary the exertions, unnecessary stress. All these things will be toned down. What you want? Body to be impure. What is the next? Feelings. Feeling as unpleasant. Right? Feelings as unpleasant. So what we said earlier was that all our actions, if not 100%, for sure 99% of our actions are driven by the feelings, right? And So for example, we talked about what? The cheesecake, right? The cheesecake. Wow, there's a cheesecake. I've not been seeing cheesecake for the last 2 years, and your mouth already start to water, right? And there's so much craving coming, and then somebody tells you that this cheesecake is 2 months expired, date expired, 2 months expired since 2 months. Then your attachment to cheesecake stops. Why? It's the same cheesecake, but the taste is not there, and it can actually kill you, right? It can give you a very unpleasant feeling. Okay, what you really attach to is the taste. And this taste, why this taste? This taste gives us a pleasant feeling. Pleasant feeling. You're getting it? But it is not guaranteed. The same taste, which is more tasty? The first cheesecake is more tasty, or the 50th cheesecake is more tasty? Now, first one is more tasty. We keep it last, right? First one we keep it last, and we eat the following ones first. 50th one we already eat, and then after this, then you eat the first one. There's no difference, right? Okay. So the point is that the object per se, which seems to be, oh, this is so tasty, is not, right? It just serves as a trigger to give rise to the pleasant feeling. And when you eat enough of this, then it cannot trigger the pleasant feeling anymore. You're getting it? So therefore, what you really like is not really in the cheesecake. It is inside. What is that? The pleasant feeling. You're getting it? It's inside. So this inside is not from the outside. It is inside. It is pure inside. This is actually coming from your, what is known as the treasure of happiness within you. The Buddha nature within you. From there, this happiness is coming. You're getting it? Okay. So this external, the cheesecake, it serves as a trigger. It serves as a factor, the stimulus, to stimulate this happiness within you. Okay. So the feeling as unpleasant. And feeling, there are 3 kinds of feeling. You agree with me or not? Okay, some of you are already aware of these things. Feelings, there are 3 kinds of feelings. Pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, and neutral feeling. Okay. Unpleasant feeling, everybody knows that is unpleasant. Unpleasant is undesirable, right? Whereas the Buddha said that all the feelings that we go through, ordinary beings, we go through, they are nothing but of the suffering nature. This is what the Buddha indicated. Okay, all feelings that we go through, the ordinary beings go through, right? Okay, this morning we recited the mantra, Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhisoha. How many of you are on the first level? Gate? How many of you are in the second Gate? How many of you are in the third Gate? If you have no clue what is Gate, right? Guaranteed that we are not there. And if you are on any of these 3 Gates, you will not come to this class, right? If you have come, you just came here to check me, right? If you come very seriously, you have not reached these Gates, right? Okay. In other words, the point is that when you reach the third Gate, third one, Gate Paragate, only when you reach the third Gate, then the happiness that you experience can be a genuine happiness. Otherwise, before the third Gate and before the first Gate, all experiences of happiness that we go through, they are nothing but miseries. You getting it? Okay. What could be your next question? What I said is that all happiness, ordinary people like us experience. They are what the Buddha described as suffering and misery. What could be the next question? Okay, raise your hands. What could be the next question? Yes? Okay. How can we not be in suffering? Yes? Why? How do you say that this is, the experience of the cheesecake? This joy, the pleasure of cheesecake, eating cheesecake. How come that this suffering is not suffering, it's happiness? How does the Buddha classify this as suffering? What made the Buddha classify this as suffering? Is this your question? Is your question? How many of you think that this is your question? If you're very serious, that this is what the Buddha classifies as suffering, enjoyment of eating cheesecake, right? This suffering. How many of you wonder, how come that this suffering, this pleasure, this happiness? How come this is suffering? How many of you wonder? Okay, good. And how many of you already know that this is suffering? Okay. Those of you who know that this is suffering, tell me how this is suffering. One more, but the first one is happiness, right? Wanting more is a separate thing. But you eat the first piece, that is good, right? That is not suffering. So how is suffering? Yes, here.
Because I want to grasp it.
What's wrong with it? Grasp it, it's fine.
But you can't, it has an end.
Huh?
It will end.
It will end, don't worry. Till it lasts, you grasp at it. What's wrong with it?
You wanted to stay.
Huh?
You wanted to stay.
That is a different problem. It's not with the cheesecake. Cheesecake, we enjoy it. And some people, they're so good. Alcohol. Some people, listen. Some people, they're amazing. Right? Listen. Some people, they're amazing. Alcohol. Right? What is that? Wine. They have limits. Right? They have moderation. Okay, I enjoy the first. And then you can see all these bottles. Still they don't look at it. Just enjoy the first one. First one is enjoyable. Next one is also enjoyable. Right? They enjoy it. Finished. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? This is my question. Be very realistic. Don't simply say that, oh, this is the case because the Buddha said it. No, this should not be approach. You can ask even the Buddha.
Be good to yourself.
Huh?
Be wisely good to yourself.
Yes, true, but so enjoy the cheesecake. Be wisely kind to yourself. How? Oh no.
Because I'm dependent on this cake, and if I don't have cake, I'm not happy.
Oh, fine. So this person who said that first glass of wine is good. You drink the first one glass. Okay, others are fine. So what's wrong with it? When you get it, have it. When you don't get it, forget it. What's wrong with it?
It's okay.
Huh? That's a cure, right?
It's the pushing and pulling.
Exactly. So therefore, as long as it doesn't pull, it's fine.
Yeah.
So therefore, what's wrong with it? How come there's suffering?
It's not suffering.
It's not suffering, but the Buddha said it's suffering. No, I'm asking to those people. No, I'm asking to those people who agree with the Buddha that this is suffering and who try to prove that it's suffering. Okay, Dana.
So there's a term in economics saying that there's a decreasing marginal utility, right? So like you have the cake and then you have the second one and the third one, and the level of enjoyment, the first few bites would be like a peak, if there's a graph, and then it will become a bit of a plateau, and then like you cannot do it anymore because you're full and you're disgusted by it, and by yourself, I guess. So there's a decreasing utility or enjoyment of the taste because you got used to it, and even more than that, you feel so full that you want to throw up. And then that's the suffering, I assume, of being attached to something that's external and that you want to shove into yourself so much.
So what's wrong with it? I told you already. Yours one, we already said it. Other people explained it, but
After a while, you get used to it.
You get used to it, and then you will never become hungry.
It's not special anymore.
You will never become hungry anymore. Huh? Wow, this is amazing. You will never become hungry anymore. You remove your hunger once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, then slowly the hunger disappears, and then when you become old, you will never become hungry. Again, the same feeling will come. Yes, here.
I don't think that the misery is in the cake itself. I think it's the
No, the question is how the enjoyment of the misery, enjoyment that you are having, that is the suffering.
Yes, but also the enjoyment itself at this very moment. I don't think it's the suffering. I think that it's our
How is that suffering?
when I'm feeling the attachment for the enjoyment.
No, attachment is a problem. Enjoyment is not a problem. What's wrong with the enjoyment? The problem?
I don't think there's a problem with the enjoyment.
Wonderful.
If you're not,
So which means that you don't agree with the Buddha. You don't have to. You don't have to. If you raise your hands, you are saying that I agree with the Buddha. Is it over there?
Enjoyment can't exist without the suffering.
Okay, enjoyment cannot